What up, gamers? Spencer here, and welcome back to Wuthering Waves. So yeah, guys, I think I might have fixed the whole screen tearing issue when it comes to at least the recording side of things. On my end, like when I play the game on my monitor, it looks pretty much fine, but during the recording, I would notice that the video recording itself would be screen tearing, and right now, I seem to have fixed it, I hope. Yeah, it seems to be good. I'm looking at my preview right now. But pretty much, I had to go the extra mile and change the aspect ratio and resolution of my monitor. Yeah, pretty much, when I play my games, I would play it on this 21 by 9 monitor. But for Wuthering Waves, for some reason, I can't change like the resolution to be 16 by 9, which is what you always see in YouTube usually, like without the black bars and stuff. But yeah, that's what you would normally see on YouTube. But no, for some reason, when I try to change it to a 16 by 9 on Wuthering Waves, it would just go back to a yeah 21 by 9 resolution, like with that aspect ratio. So yeah, I had to force my monitor to be in a an aspect ratio that matches up. And yeah, I think I'm able to. I think everything looks pretty much good now. All right. So yeah, with that done, with that all fixed, let's go and begin today's video, which we're going to begin the event when it comes to Lahai-Roi. The event's over here. Yeah. So this one here should be where, well, I see like multiple days here. I know that I have like 1 day left. I know that with this event, I saw on Twitter or X, where like I think you're supposed to unlock it each day. I was hoping to unlock it all at one go. I hope that when I do this, the next one will be unlocked like right away. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, let's go do this. So yeah, it'll be, I assume, to be more of a chill video. Like it's just gonna be us learning about Lahai-Roi. But yeah, I'm not sure like what to really expect here. I don't know if I was really supposed to like unlock it every day. I was hoping that, I thought it might be one of those things where you gotta wait like in real time and not like in the game time after you finish a mission. Cuckoo, good to see you again, Bloombearer. Do you remember me? I'm the Tethys Terminal assigned to look after Miss Chisa. What's the matter? Did something happen to Chisa? This time it's not about Miss Chisa. In fact, her emotional readings have been high lately. She's now preparing to resume her studies at the academy. Your friend in Honami City asked me to pass along a few words. Passenger, radio repairs are almost done. As for Lahai-Roi, which yeah, I think we already know about that. I don't feel like reading all that. That region you and Chisa talked about, I've made a discovery. If you have time, come see me at the cafe. I think I know who that is. The coffee-making capybara. Cool, my mission is complete. Good luck on your journey. Okay. So yeah, I hope the screen tearing will be fixed. It just means I need to go the extra mile every time. You know, this doesn't really happen with other games. Yeah, like when I try to change the resolution, it always works. But for some reason in this game, for Wuthering Waves, just changing the aspect ratio, like, because I didn't want like the black bars to appear on the video. But yeah, we need to, I would need to do that. Anyways, here we go. Namipon. Welcome, passenger. These days, Honami has been flooded with castaways from Lahai-Roi. By the way, have you ever heard of castaways? Chisa mentioned it before. Not that I can recall. They're frequencies from elsewhere that end up in Honami for all sorts of reasons. The cassette you and Chisa found in the fountain was a typical castaway. I like the boat one. I don't think I ever noticed the boat before on that on Namipon here. What's bringing more castaways from Lahai-Roi? My guess is that when the rift at the crossing opened, it spat them into Honami City. Since Lahai-Roi is your next stop, the information inside those frequencies will definitely be of some use. The problem is, once they reach Honami, their appearance changes. Any idea why? Maybe they lose a part of their frequency while passing through the rift, or maybe Honami can't interpret their original form. From what I heard from Chisa, Star Torch Academy's technology is 2 steps ahead of what we have here. So, Honami just reshapes them into something familiar to the left behind. But I figured out a way to restore them their true form. Pon Pon, presenting the Lahai-Roi frequency analyzer. Isn't that a radio from the Black Shores? Yes, I traded several cups of coffee to borrow this mystical monitor from the Black Shores passengers. The process is simple. Step 1. Analyze the frequencies with the radio. Step 2. Construct their images on the display. And yeah, while we have this view of Namipon, I don't think I said it yet, but like one thing I noticed is that the chest is supposed to be that coffee art. I never noticed that until like, way later on. Look at Rover being all dramatic with the eyes. Relax, I'll handle the technical parts. All you need to do is bring me the castaways. And where exactly am I supposed to find them? Sounds like a hassle. No hassle, I will provide you with their general locations. In fact, the nearest one is just by the crossing. Passenger, if you're interested, go take a look. Alright. And yeah, I guess to explain how I was able to record before in the 16:9 aspect ratio, which I did in the 1920x1080. Pretty much my laptop monitor, it actually works when it comes to changing the aspect ratio, but not when I do on my 21:9 monitor. Which is like, the aspect ratio is like 3,444. So yeah, 3440 by 1440. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It only happens in this game for some reason. This does look like something you'd find in Honami. Looks like a note is attached to it. When did the rain stop? Even if no rain falls, I will stay here with you. Okay. And then we bring that back to the cafe. Alright, what the heck? That's kind of cool. I noticed Chisa was sitting here before, right? And now she's sitting over there. I'm guessing, since we were away, she like despawns if we're at a distance, right? Yeah, we were like over here, right? Yeah, we were like pretty far away. Just wondering how far does she despawn. I want to see if I can make her change her seat. Oh, there we go. Okay, she despawned. Oh, she goes back there. Maybe if I'm way more farther away. I assume like where she would be able to go back to the chair over here. Because she wasn't there before, right? She was like over here. But that's cool, they would change her seat. Maybe if I look away too, maybe that's when she'll change. Back so soon, passenger? Seems everything went well. Delivered a Castaway. Ah, a sunny doll that carries people's wishes. When the rainy season comes, Konami folk hang these dolls by their windows, hoping for fair weather. Alright, time to find out what Lahai-Roi until it holds. Whoa. In ancient times, the shift in magnetic poles centered Solaris' planetary axis on Lahai-Roi. Gradually, over the ages, the cavern beneath the layers of ice became home to the human settlements. So yeah, that's where like the people live at. In this warm, humid underground haven, the sun the people speak of is something else entirely. Look upward. That redacted brings here constant, unyielding daylight. Yet one question lingers in the author's heart. If one day the redacted were to fall dark, what would become of us? Yeah, that was something that was mentioned. I remember. It got me thinking like back when we watched like a trailer. I think it was during the the showcase where they were talking about like how to fix the sun or something like their sun because it's about to go out. Like they're running out of energy, so they're trying to find like a new source of energy to I guess power up the light, the sun. And I'm guessing this is it. I mean, yeah, it would just be dark, I guess, is what would happen. Probably need some like flashlights, some street lamps. I just, I'm, I assume maybe the sun provides more than just light. Like, because yeah, I mean, from the looks of it, it could be just like a giant lamp, like a giant like ceiling light, but maybe it offers more. It has like more properties to it. So, this is the sun the Lahai-Roi's people have been living under. If that's the case, does it still rain there at all? Maybe they have some simulated weather. Okay, the next one does unlock. Okay, good. Alright, let's go for this one next. I'm gonna talk to Namipon. Oh, this Namipon. The sales champ. Passenger, you're here. I'll be guiding you to the Castaway today. It's you, the mall guide. Why is it you this time? This time, the Castaway is not at the crossing. It's over by the shops on Jinja Street. I know about Jinja Street inside out, so they sent me to guide you. Time to set off. Hold on, passenger. I can teleport you there directly. Destination, Jinja Street. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Ooh. I don't think we've been here, right? In this loading screen. That looks pretty good. Oh yeah, I should be watching the preview. Hold on. Whoa, what the heck is this? King and Stardust? Observe the dueling young men up close. Is this really part of the story? I mean, it did bring me here. I just want to make sure, you know, I'm not like starting an entirely new quest. I think that's it. Alright. What is this Pokemon battle? I mean, King and... Wait, is this a Yu-Gi-Oh reference? I'm just wondering. You got a Red Dragon, like Red Dragon Archfiend. And then Stardust Dragon? I wonder if that's a Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds reference. I could be wrong. The thing is, you know, Jack Atlas, which would have the Red Dragon here. He has a dragon called the Red Dragon Archfiend. And, you know, he would be referred to as the king sometimes. And then Stardust, I mean Stardust Dragon. Normally it's white, but this one's a bit, you know, blue. Okay. Observe. Is this a Yu-Gi-Oh reference? This bento. I saw it first. Huh. First come, first serve. Don't insult me with playground rules. Remember, Stardust. When night falls, the street becomes a battlefield, and the half-price bento is the crown of a true king. If you lack the resolve to burn your soul for glory, then pay full price like the loser you are. I get it now, but with my companion's bonds on my shoulders, I will not lose. That sounds just like you say, man. the owner of the Stardust Dragon. Then let me show you what a true king's duel is. It's just a bento. Hold it. Seems our duel has attracted a spectator. You there, stranger. Tell us, who deserves this half-price bento? It is, look! They're even referencing the Peaks of Prestige. Actually, I'm an Apex duelist of Peaks of Prestige. Dude, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! This is Yu-Gi-Oh! I see. So you're a duelist as well. But what is this Peaks of Prestige? Okay, what? Like that, you witness a mysterious evening duel on Jinja Street. That is so cool, man. What the heck? We got a Yu-Gi-Oh reference? Incredible, Stardust. You found a third possibility beyond victory and defeat. But it's not enough. A tie cannot shake the king's soul. Tonight, the street has no winner. No one has earned this half-price bento. In that case, let's give it to the one who witnessed our duel. You there, spectator. This half-price bento belongs to you now. What? But I didn't even do anything. No, I saw it. The duelist spirit burning within you. Yes, you must have fought countless soul-shaking battles, haven't you? Take it, and know you hold the symbol of glory, this half-price bento. Oh man. I mean, that's pretty cool, man. I really miss Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, they haven't made a Yu-Gi-Oh anime. They even had like Jump Festa recently. I know that's when a lot of people expect there to announce a new Yu-Gi-Oh anime. But yeah, that never happened though. I never heard anything about it at the very least. Like a few days ago it happened. And yeah, there was nothing like about it. Hey, that is so cool to like reference Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that was a franchise I love a lot too. Like especially back then. Yeah, that pretty much if you don't know, those two duelists there, you know, from my assumption, they're supposed to reference Jack Atlas, which is the king who owns the Red Dragon Archfiend. And yeah, like Jack Atlas's title would be the king. You would hear that. And then the Stardust would be Yusei Fudo, the main character of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. And his ace monster is the Stardust Dragon. Wait, that's so cool, man. Wow. I'm actually happy I did this event just to see that little reference. Okay. Seals Champ. I assume that is a reference though. Like it's so specific, very coincidental that you know, like it matches up. Deliver to Castaway. Ah, passenger, you found it. The legendary half-price bento. What is this half-price bento anyway? A half-price bento is a bento that gets marked down late at night, a symbol of rules and hope. It's the little spark of joy on the shelf when your stomach growls, an oasis you find in a desert of thirst. Anyway, I'll restore the information inside these frequencies right away. That's so cool, man. I love that. Really happy I was able to do that. It may not be the largest cafeteria in Solaris, but it is definitely the most advanced. Every meal follows rigorous safety standards with scientifically tailored nutritional values, ready-made for long-term storage, and even the harshest environments. Popular comment deleted. Safe, refined, storable, but it just doesn't taste good. Alright, it seems to be on the smaller side of things. Just food. With a cafeteria this fancy, bringing a bento to class feels pointless. Oof, now I'm hungry just watching. Alright. I saw another one like appear. Yeah, that was so cool, man. Now we got a next one. Yeah, we're going by this really fast. I think it's pretty much perfect for this video. Namipon Courier. I've got bad news. A package meant for the cafe has gone missing. What happened? New outfits again? One of us found a Castaway outside, and we figured it'd be easier for you if we mailed it straight here. Along the way, a helpful citizen offered to deliver it, but he never showed up. That sounds fishy. Are you sure he was just being helpful? I don't know, but I can't track every lost package's location. Right now, it's sitting deep inside the Hanakage underground street. Please come with me. Alright. Let's do it. I just realized, what if like each of these places is like a reference to anime? I mean, I never watched it, but like, you guys remember that one anime? You probably have seen it before, but that one anime where like there's like this little girl with this giant monster or animal, and like they're in the rain, right? I'm just wondering if that's a reference to the first one. I don't know. I forgot the exact name, like My Pal Totoro or something like that. My Buddy Totoro or My Friend Totoro. I'm wondering if the first place, like the first thing that we got, was based on that, just because I think it was raining, like in that one image that you would always see of that show or movie or whatever it is. But yeah, like what if like all this is just like anime references since I got the Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was at a bus stop too, right? I think they were at a bus stop too. I could be wrong, I don't know. The press office worker. I failed. What's wrong? You look more helpless than helpful now. Why did you take the package? Could you stop repeating that? I'm sorry I took the sword. Someone like me doesn't deserve to hold it. I used to run with a gang, living a life of failure. When I finally managed to find a decent job through an agency, I got fired for being clumsy. To stop my family from worrying, I pretended to go to work every day, but all I did was wander around like a vagrant. It sort of reminds me of when I was a kid, when I was still naively brave, so I wanted it to prove myself. I thought I could help people get rid of the monsters in the underground street. It took everything in me just to lure it this far. But I couldn't. I couldn't take another step forward because I didn't have the courage to face it. What kind of fool am I, thinking I could be a hero of justice? I'm long past the age for that. You're selling yourself short. Your life is not a failure. At least you still had the courage to hold a sword, didn't you? You've come this far with justice in your heart. Thank you. Please take this hero sword. Do what I couldn't. Finish off those monsters. Request accepted. I'll take care of it for you. You guys got me emotional. But wait, that's our package in the first place. Careful, passenger. I can sense something dangerous ahead. If this is an anime, I don't know what it is. I mean, I feel like I remember the words hero of justice, but I feel like it could be anything. Yeah, I'm not sure
Leave it to me.
what this could be.
Hopefully this helps.
Oh yeah, let me look at the gameplay, like in my preview. No, it looks pretty good. Like, I don't see any screens here, so I think I fixed it. Yep, I got it all ready. It's just I gotta, you know, like I said, like, take extra steps. Yeah, I gotta take extra steps to record this game. I can't record it in the 21:9 aspect ratio. Oh, what? He's gone. Well done. The underground street will finally see some peace for now. Why are you alone? Where's that young man? After you defeated the TD, he vanished with a smile on his face, perhaps knowing his efforts hadn't been in vain. Oh, in his final moments, he left a message for you. What you said made me realize, even with all the bumps in my life, I am no different from others. We're all just trying to live each day the best we can. I still have friends I can trust, and a family who cares for me. I think it's time for me to go home. You came to terms with it in the end. Yes, anyone who lives each day the best they can is already a hero in their own story. Alright, let's see what Lahai-Roi information is tucked away in here. Shouldn't we return to the cafe first? Not anymore. We have made a little upgrade to the Lahai-Roi frequency analyzer. From now on, you'll be able to connect it remotely through your terminal. Fragmentary audio log of a short conversation. Excited breathless. This lift, it's colossal. It's a miracle in the architectural history of Solaris. It supports the cavern's dome, linking the academy and the research institute, ferrying supplies non-stop from the Frostlands. Typical not fisherman, a freshman. Ride it a few more times, and you'll get used to it. Is that the train that goes up? I mean, you can see it here in the background too. Oh, can we hide it? We can. Look at that. The restored image looks like a very special elevator. But why would Hanami City interpret it as a sword? I have no idea, man. If that's an anime, I don't know what that is. It feels like I'm... Is there something special about this sword? I don't know if it's like a fate thing with Excalibur. Oh yeah, I have no idea about this one here. Alright. Platform Guardian. Passenger, this is your first reliable transport to Namipon. Here for you, rain or shine. The Castaway this time is. The Castaway is a very common means of transportation in Honami City. I have pinpointed its location. Please follow me. Is it a train? A train station? I don't know. Alright. You know, Hanami used to have an urban legend called the Goddess in the Fountain. The fountain looks suspicious. I'm sensing a strange frequency. Okay. Tell me, Did you drop this Gale bike or this road bike? Uh, what's the difference? The Gale bike is very fast. It can climb steep slopes, but but it's tough to handle, so it's only for experts. The road bike is a bit slower, but much more stable, and you can take it on special lanes, perfect for for normal riders. I'm a pro cyclist. Oops, there's only one bike left, but it's still a solid bike, far better than any cheap knockoff. Obviously, the voice is not coming from the fountain. Okay. What the heck is that? Oh, I thought it was like a really short person. Like we saw it like it was pretty much like so close to the ground, but it kind of grew up. Isn't that a Septimon outfit? Is this person from Septimont? What's going on here? Found you. Huh. I knew I couldn't hide it from you. Sorry, I wasn't trying to prank anyone. I just wanted to help advertise my family bike shop. Advertise? Yes, my dad runs the shop all by himself, but lately, business has been slow. Everyone's switching to cars or the subway. Maybe no one wants bikes anymore? Not at all. Times may shift, and fashions may change, but the worth of a vehicle goes far beyond the vehicle itself. Even if someday bikes disappear from the streets, the culture they embody will live on. Nemepon, never seen you so worked up before. Thank you, Nemepon. Wait, you can talk? So the mascot of Honami is real? It's a long story, passenger. I'll take her to somewhere safe first. That's another Castaway hunt wrapped up nicely. To adapt to the vast and complex terrain of the underground haven, a new type of all-terrain vehicle was developed. Though officially designed for research expeditions, the user manual contains no explicit rule against it for a joyride beyond the grounds of Star Torch Academy. Maybe one day Rinasita in Huanglong. But yeah, I don't think we can use it there, no. I do wonder like if they were to make it available for Huanglong and Rinasita, just like how smooth would the roads be to travel on it, because I assume with Lahai-Roi, like the level design there, like the way it's like maybe shaped and stuff, it's probably gonna be based on the bike and just like how smooth the roads will be. So the most common vehicles in Lahai-Roi are motorcycles, card games on motorcycles. Another Yu-Gi-Oh! 5 days meme. Sitting on a motorcycle, feeling the wind race past your ear. That sounds relaxing. Okay, that one's fast. Yeah, I'm enjoying this, man. I mean, yeah, for me, the Yu-Gi-Oh! One was my favorite, obviously. And now we got this one here. Is that a tent? Okay. And I guess it's you. Super Detective Team, back in action. I cannot wait to hunt the truth with you. Long time no see, Detective. I figured you showed up. This time, the Castaway awaits in the Honami Central Park. It's the kind of item that brings nostalgia. Enough chatter. Come on, let's go. Yeah, I feel like with the most part, like, you know, some things feel like I already know. I already know about them.
Leave it to me.
No luck spotting it myself. I'll leave this challenge to you. I respect every mark, scrutinize them all. The smallest clue could be the missing piece of the puzzle.
Hopefully this helps.
Okay. Now what? Utility sensor. Which one is it? There it is. Alright. Inspect. This is a tent. Looks ordinary. Aha! Real detectives aren't like those in novels and comics. Big cases don't fall into our laps at every street corner. Most days, it's just humble work, like tracking runaway cats, shadowing cheating. Anyway, the tent is, yes, That reminds me of a bizarre case I've solved years ago. Care for a tale? Bizarre. Like JoJo Bizarre? Yes please. Even if I say no, you'll just keep going, won't you? It was a summer's day. A middle-aged sculptor, let's call him A, was found dead in his camping tent. Time of death, dawn. Cause, a dagger through the back, and at the scene stood a plaster statue. It seems A was working on a new sculpture when a killer struck from behind. But here comes the curious part. The ground was muddy from the rain the night before, but there was not a single footprint around the tent, which means no one in, no one out. That tent was a classic locked room. Did you just make that up? The story's a bit worn out. Want to try your hand at the deduction? To be clear, whoa. Yeah, unalive. It was ice. A froze the dagger's hilt on a block of ice, blade pointing upward. Then he leaned back into it, stabbing himself. The ice melted in the summer heat, erasing the evidence and making it seem like a murder. Oh, that was me. I was speaking in Palm's voice. Brilliant. You noticed the temperature and drew a solid answer. All right then, just tell me the truth. Very well. The truth is that the killer sent a Chop Chop Echo inside the tent to do the dirty work. Totally believable. Chisa would hate this kind of deduction, though. Now then, time to unveil the Lahai-Roi secrets in this Castaway. Long before the Space Trek Collective was founded, the self-sufficient nomadic Roya people had already made their home in the vast caverns. The construction of both Star Torch Academy and the Research Institute would not have been possible without their help, drawing upon mechanical remnants of the Redacted. The Roya forged a settlement unlike any other. Skilled in astronomy and chronology, they are said to guard an ancient mission, awaiting the day they might repair and awaken the slumbering Redacted. I'm just wondering if they're going to activate that mech, the Exostrider that we've been seeing. So that's cool. That's their place. I don't think we've ever seen anything from the Roya tribe, right? Like it was mentioned, but I don't think we've ever seen like what their place looks like. I'm guessing that's it. The design of these living facilities is really unique. Am I seeing straight? Why are the tents shaped like sheep? All these like questions at the end. Like, why is the sword represented like that? All right, you got 6 here. Oh, the Nemipon in charge of the search is not here. To lighten her master's troubles is the basic duty of a maid. If you're reading this note, it means I have already set out to retrieve the Castaway for you. This time, the Castaway should be near Mason Passageway. There shouldn't be any danger, I hope. Sometime later, you arrive near the Mason Passageway mentioned in the notes. Alright. Yeah, that's cool. I think that's pretty much new to me with the place of the Roya tribe. Like, I don't think I've ever seen like what it looks like. As long as I carry the Master's mission. Oh no, I can't. I'm terrible in combat. Don't worry, I'm here.
Such is that lesson.
There we go. Bowtie Butler. Goshujin-sama, thank you for saving me in time. I found this castaway further inside the passageway. For some reason, the castaway seems to have drawn the TDs here. You need to stay safe. Don't go off to risky places by yourself again. Understood. Next time, I will not disgrace myself like this. Please, allow me to show you the castaway's original form. This was fast, like very fast. Do Clockatoo's dream of electric schedules? Excerpt. The crown feathers of the Clockatoo form the hour and minute hands on a living clock face. At fixed hours of each day, it lets out a clear, piercing call, a light tap on its head while silence fit. For some reason, most Roya use the cockatoo as an alarm-capable timepiece and timer. Note: bringing cockatoos into the dormitory is strictly forbidden by the Academy. It turns out to be a mechanical bird that wakes people in the morning. Heh, Gishijin-sama, I'm sure you prefer a maid's voice waking you up instead, right? I think that was the fastest one. Very straightforward. Alright, we got one more to go. Last one. Oh, there we go. Go search. Alright. Namipon, back with you. In full circle. Passenger, welcome back. Finally, our castaway search is almost finished. Almost finished? You're finally back to your usual self. Because it's the one you know the best. Thanks to the castaways we've collected, I can soon pin down the coordinates from Honami to Lahai-Roi. Once the rift stabilizes, you and Chisa will be able to return to your academy. You've been a huge help, Namipon. But there's still one last castaway to be found. And it's really close by. It's up on the coffee house terrace. Go and check it out, passenger. That's kind of curious. You know, he was talking about, like, you know, us almost being able to go there. To the academy. But, like, what if he, like, started 3.0 before this event? Would that be changed? What the heck, Chisa? You were just downstairs. What the heck? There's two of you. Oh no. There's two Chisas. What the heck? That's freaky. Alright. Chisa. The second. Morning, Fancier. Rover. Hope I didn't surprise you much. Good to see you again, Chisa. I should have guessed. Namipon said the last castaway was up here on the terrace. Well, I'm sort of a castaway from Lahai-Roi myself. Sorry, I was making weird jokes again. Anyway, here it is. I found it near Neon Tower. Whoa! we got a mecha? We got a Gundam, or... Yeah, what is this, man? The search went smoothly. The only challenge was not knowing the exact location, but a sweet schoolgirl showed me the way. A sweet schoolgirl. Right. She was into robot culture, and before she left, she told me. In times like this, even a schoolgirl can pilot a robot. We got a Gundam. Is that some kind of new catchphrase? It's nice, isn't it? Even as the loop ends, some of the left behind remain here in Honami, living their quiet, everyday lives. You must have pieced together something about Lahai-Roi from the castaways, right? I can't help much. I didn't stay at Star Torch Academy long enough to gather much info. That means we're on the same starting line. We'll learn about Lahai-Roi together once we get there. I'd love to. I have a feeling, once you're back at the academy, you'll be pulled into many things. What sort of things? Is there something you know? I honestly don't know, but it should have a lot to do with your time there. Sooner or later, we'll run into our share of troubles, but whatever happens, I believe everything will turn out alright. We'll help each other out, classmates. Yes, we will help each other. As classmates. Back to the business. Let's take a look at what's inside this castaway. Is this the Extra Strider, maybe? Yeah, that's the one, right? I knew it. In ancient times, it held up heaven and earth with a colossal sword. Its body nourished all life, and its blazing, deathless, redacted drove back darkness from this world. Now, upon the frozen land, it lies silent slumber. And yeah, I'm guessing that's what the Roya tribe might wake up. Dude, I'm looking forward to Lahai-Roi. I want to see this in action when it wakes up. On my way to academic enrollment, I saw this towering figure standing at the horizon of the Frostlands. Later, I found its name in the Academy orientation materials. Exostrider. It is. There we go. from what I read, it's directly tied to why Star Torch Academy was founded in Lahai-Roi. And that's it for the event. Yep, that's it, pretty much it. Alright, that was pretty cool. Yeah, obviously for me, like it was really fun to see, I guess, you know, some references if there was more than just a Yu-Gi-Oh one. I feel like I've heard the Hero of Justice before. I don't know if it's like a Fate Stay Night thing, like the sword representing Saber. I don't know if like Emiya's title was the Hero of Justice at some point. I forgot if that was it, or maybe am I thinking of a different anime? I'm not sure. I feel like, you know, with the with all the stuff here, I feel like they all represent themselves well, but I don't even know what the sword means. I don't know. Where is it again here? This doll, I actually don't know. The bento. To be honest, I don't know how that relates to. Oh, the cafeteria, right? Yeah, I think they all like represent something in you know, something in Lahai-Roi. But the sword in the train. Oh, hold on. What the heck? So, assuming this is a doll, right? Is the sun like a person? The sword is the train. This could mean something. It could what if like the train, you know, like the rail tracks for the train? What if like that's part of the sword of the Exo Strider? Because I remember, you know, they were talking about a colossal sword. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, you know, Benso was the cafeteria. Yeah, I'm literally really not sure about this. There's something about a person and a sun. Maybe there's a person powering, like the sun. Maybe they're using like a very powerful resonator to power up the sun. You think? What if that's the twist? What if like the energy is being, like all this energy is being powered by a very powerful resonator? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like with these two, I don't know how they relate to Lahai-Roi. Yeah, this one is a train. I assume maybe some parts of the train tracks were made from the sword of the Exo Strider. But anyways, yeah, a lot of fun. Can't wait until you know, 3.0 arrives. A part of me still is kind of nervous because, you know, Renacita was so good. You know, version 2 overall, like to me, it was like probably the best I've experienced in gacha games. At least when it comes to the story aspect. Like the world and story and lore and all that. Like I would say, you know, a close one would be, like, you know, this is for me personally, but Penacony, even though I do have issues with it, I still loved like the lore though. But yeah, overall, like 2.0 was so amazing. So 3.0, like, you know, part of me is kind of worried that it might not top version 2. But like, you know, I'm sure I'm like wrong. Like pretty much my brain feels like it will be better than version 2, but my heart feels like it's telling me that it's not going to be better. Or at least it's going to be like a bit iffy. Like I'm in the middle. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be better. Like logically speaking. But yeah, I guess we'll see once we get there. Anyways, yeah, when it comes to me doing pulls, I mean, yeah, I don't plan on pulling Chisa. At least maybe not yet. Like, yeah, for my future pulls, I do want to make, you know, if there's any characters related to mechas, like especially the Exo Strider, I do wonder if, yeah, I do wonder if that one like digital resonator can like power up. What if that digital resonator was the person that's supposed to represent the sun in that Lahai-Roi event, like that we just did right now? If she has like some mecha moves, that would be amazing. I would probably pull her right away.
Wind guide
But we'll
me.
see. If there's anyone that does like cybernetics or robotics, I would love to do that. Oh yeah, also too, there is that cyberpunk event. I wonder how that cyberpunk event, that collaboration will go. Because if it's like Honkai Star Rail with their Fates collab, then yeah, that means we gotta do some polls, and I'm just wondering if, if I do some polls right now, will I have enough to do polls for the Cyberpunk collab? Like if they were to go down that route, because I assume with the way they announce the Cyberpunk collab, like it's so they've done it in a big way where I feel like it's gonna be playable characters and not like like the paint jobs. Like they also announced it too. I missed it during the live stream, like the showcase, but you have like a Sonic collab and a Persona collab. So yeah, I assume it'll be more than that. So maybe I'll just wait for a while. But yeah, once I see someone with a mecha or robotics or cybernetics, that's what I want to go for. Like Mornia is probably the closest one, but I want to wait for someone if there might be a better one, a better candidate. Anyway, guys, yeah, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good